أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدني علما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to LQ Milton, class number 53, inshallah. Today we'll try to do as much as possible for lesson number 11. But before we do that, couple of drills. We already did this drill in class number 52 last class very quickly. Yadrusu fi'l mudare, yadrusu, yadrusani, yadrusuna, tadrusu, tadrusani, yadrusna, tadrusu, tadrusani, tadrusuna, tadrusina, tadrusani, tadrusna, adrusu, nadrusu. We are familiar with fi'l mudare, right? And we also know how to make fi'l amr out of the 6, these 6. We can make fi'l amr out of these. What was the formula we learned? First thing, let's take tadrusu anta. Ta represents the sign of it being mudare. So, if I am making an amr, my first step is to take that sign out, right? And then fi'l amr is majzoom. Make the lam kalima majzoom. So, what remains? Right? There is a jazm or sakoon on dal. I cannot pronunciate it in Arabic language, so I bring hamza. What is on the ain kalima? Dhamma. So, I put dhamma there. Udrus. This is hamzatul wasal, not hamzatul qata, this is hamzatul wasal. Udrus, which means study, use study in command or request. Okay. So, step number 1, remove the sign of mudare. Step number 2, make it majzoom, the ain kalima will make it majzoom, and then bring hamza, and then depending on what is the sign on ain kalima, if his dhamma is dhamma, otherwise it is kasra. That's it, simple rule. And we can do the same drill for the next 5 of them. Tadrusani mudare, what is the sign of it being marfu? Noon. Noon. Noon is the sign of it. Where is the file? Alif is the file, right? So if I am making it if I am making it majzoom, then I remove the noon and I remove the ta, the sign of it being mudare. Udrusa, two of you study in command, right? Fail amar. So remember that. Same thing we can do with tadrusuna. First thing, remove the ta. What is the sign of it being marfu in tadrusuna? Noon. So remove the noon to make it majzoom. Where is the file? Wow is the file. Udrusu. All of you, second person, study in command in fail amar. Tadru sina. Remove ta. Where is the sign of it being marfu? Noon. Where is the file? Ya. Udrusi. Feminine, singular, second person, you, study. Command. Tadrusani. Udrusa again. What happened to tadrusna? What is the sign of it being marfu? Sakoon. Failun mudari'un marfuun bi sakoon. This noon is the file. Don't make that mistake. Okay? In tadrusna, noon is the sign, noon is the file. It's not the sign of it being marfu. Yadrusna, tadrusna, they are all mabni. Both of them are mabni. So the noon is the file, and they are both marfu bi bis sakoon. So if I am making amar for tadrusna, what would I say? Udrusna. Udrusna. Right? Udrusna. So this is a quick drill on how to make the amar from mudare. We have done this one. We'll do this ayah inshallah today, try to ponder some aspects of this ayah, but before we do that, one of the concept that we will learn in this lesson, or Dr. Saab has introduced it briefly, is masdar. Masdarun or original, right? Enamel masdar. Verbs or fail in either English grammar or in Arabic grammar, we can make the nouns out of them. We can make the nouns out of them. Those are called verbal nouns, or in English we call them gerund. In English grammar is called gerund or verbal noun. In Arabic language we call it masdar. For example, if I say he ran, if I want to make it a verbal noun out of he ran, it would be running. Running. He sat, sitting. That's gerund in English grammar, right? So to understand this concept, let's take a verb. For example, dakhala. Let's take a verb dakhala. Dakhala. He entered. So when the verb comes, in this verb, is there a factor of action? Yes, the action of entering is there in dakhala, right? Is there a tense or a concept of time? in this verb? Yes, it is past tense. The second thing is in dakhala, he entered, past tense. So, it has an action, it has a concept of time or a tense. Does this verb has a doer of the action? Yes, mustatir, hidden, taqdiruhu huwa. So, in this verb we have three factors: action, the concept of action, the concept of tense or a time, and a concept of doer or the person who is performing the action, the doer of the action, right? And that makes a complete verb. Dakhala, he entered. What if I go and start doing some surgery? I take the tense out from this verb and I take the doer from this verb. When I take those two out, what remains in the verb? Action only, and that action, my friend, is called masdar or a verbal noun. So, dakhala will become dukhulun. Dukhulun. What is the meaning of dukhulun? Entering. It is a verbal noun derived from dakhala when I take out the concept or a factor of time from the verb and the doer of the action. When I take them out, it becomes dukhulun. Nazala, nuzulun, raka'a, ruku'un, sajada, sujudun. Verbal noun. What do we call it in English grammar? Gerund. Sitting, entering, prostrating, standing. All of those are verbal nouns. They are derived from the verbs. That is what we call ismu masdar, or you can call it masdar. Verbal noun or original, whatever you want to call it, or call it gerund. Okay, but we know the concept. Now, when we make the gerund or the masdar from Usman, clear? When we make the verbal noun or masdar from the verb, there are many patterns. This is a pattern fu'ulun. Let me just write that down. Fu'ulun. Fu'ulun. It is on a pattern of fu'ulun, right? Dakhala, dukhulun, nazala, nuzulun. There is another pattern when we make the masdar, which is fa'alun. Fa'alun, fa'alun. Now, when I say ism masdar, dakhala is the verb, past tense. Is it mabni? We know the concept of mabni. Yes, all past tenses are mabni. Usman bhai, Ali bhai, yeah. All past tense are mabni. They do not change their form. They do not have a concept of marfu, mansub or a majroor in the verb form. But when I make the masdar or a verbal noun or a gerund from the verb dakhala, dukhulun on a pattern of fu'ulun, what is it? Is it an ism now? Yes. And what is the quality of ism? It declines. So, dukhulun is marfu, it can be mansub and it can be majroor. So, all those qualities that are in the ism or a noun would manifest in ism masdar as well. Okay. So, this is the concept of masdar. So, we were talking about another pattern of ismu masdar. which is fa'alun. Nasara, nasara means he helped. Make ism masdar or verbal noun out of it, nasrun. Nasrun. I can take this out. Okay. Working on my, I'll take the red one. Nasara means he helped. Make the verbal noun or masdar out of it, nasrun, helping, helping. Now it is a noun, an ism. It can decline, right? So when I say iza jaa nasru, when nasrun becomes mudaf, because this is mudaf alayh, mudaf cannot have tanween, we know that. So nasrun will become nasru. So this is the masdar out of nasara. Nasara yansuru. This is harfu shart, a condition. We have not learned harfu shart yet, but a condition is putting on. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is putting on a condition. When iza jaa, what is the meaning of jaa? Came, past tense. When came, where is the file in jaa? Mustatir. Taqdiruhu huwa. Yudillu ala Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? When came help of Allah. Nasrullahi, help of Allah. Masdar, mudaf alayh. Waw comes and al fathu. Al fathu. What is this al fathu? Fataha. What is the meaning of fataha? He opened. It's a verb. Make the masdar or gerund or verbal noun from fataha, fathun. Fathun on a pattern of fa'alun. Fathun. Fathun, make it definite. Al fathu. Bring al and then the tanween will go away and then we have a single dhamma. We know that rule. So al fathu is your masdar coming from fataha. Why is it definite? This al fathu is matufun ala nasru, because when the help of Allah comes, then comes victory and victory. Why this is definite? Because nasru is definite. Why nasru is definite? Because Allah mudaf alayh is definite. And we know see, this is what Sheikh Riyad was talking about today. You ponder upon and you start decoding the message. Then start decoding the message in the Fajr prayers. Allah is mudaf alayh, definite, and we know if mudaf alayh is definite, then mudaf is definite. So we're talking about a definite help and a definite victory, right? Definite victory. So those are two masters. Wow, then come ataf and ra'ita, you saw. Now ra'ita, ra'a means he saw. Ra'a means he saw. When it comes into anta form, what is anta form? Second person, singular. Second person singular, masculine. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now is talking to us on a one-on-one basis now. It's a one-on-one meeting now, saying to us, Ra'ita, you saw. You saw what? Do I need a maf'ulun bihi here? Right? What and whom? You saw what? An-nasa. See, now it all makes sense. All the effort that we've been doing, it all coming to a point where we can actually taste the fruit.
I heard that when Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq heard this,
Yes.
he started crying because Allah was telling Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
Yes.
your job is done.
Yes. Yes. So initially this ta is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Initially, but then the Quran is for everyone who believes in it. Wow. For everyone. So now it is to us through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's to us on a one-on basis. So it's like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to me, to you individually on a one-on-one basis, and saying wa ra'aitan nasa, and you saw what? People. An-nasa. Maf'ulun bihi. Right? See, sometimes what Sheikh Riyad talks in the morning, I've often noticed that always what he talks is applicable to our class too. You were there? Yeah. I noticed that. Yadkhuluna. Dakhala. He entered. Make mudare dakhala yadkhulu. Right? It's okay if you are making some. We are doing this because this is the whole purpose of going through these books, right? I mean, books we can finish it in any time we want, but now we are applying our knowledge, and now comes to the point, like 1.5 years ago when we started this course, we didn't know these things, but now alhamdulillah we know all these things, and we're able to actually go through the grammatical analysis. Dakhala yadkhulu, yadkhulani, yadkhuluna. Is it yadkhuluna? They are entering. Who are entering? Nas, people. Is it mudare? Yes. What is the sign of it being mudare? Yeah. Where is the file? Wow. Is it marfu? Yes. Noon is the sign of. Oh, we are missing the fatha. Yadkhuluna. Noon is the sign of it being marfu. See, now you can, know where to find the Arabs, right? We're missing something. We don't have to go and refer the written Quran. Yes. Oh, okay. Yadkhuluna. Yadkhuluna, entering. Fi harf jar. Dini isam majroor. Otherwise it would be dinu, but it is dini isam majroor. In deen wa huwa mudaf Allahi mudaf alayh. So very simple, right? It's very simple. Fi harf jar. Dini isam majroor wa huwa mudaf in deen of Allah. Yadkhuluna. Affaja. What is affaja? Hal. Circumstantial adverb. We just learned this concept in class number 52, last class. Circumstantial adverb. In what condition? In droves, in groups. Thank you. In groups. Affaja. In hal. In that condition they are entering. Fa. Fasabbih. What is this fa? Jawabu shart. So this is what we have. This is inshallah will come to a point where we can taste more what's going on in this ayah. But remember, and I said iza is your harfu shart, particle of condition. That particle of condition, that condition is fulfilled. So, when this condition is fulfilled, then what is the answer to that condition or jawabu shart? Fasabbi bi. So, now you can sabbi jawabu shart, and jawabu shart comes with fa, but we will learn this thing in more detail in book 3 inshallah. Sabbi, now sabbi is a second form, right? Sabbi is second form. Verbs, I have said verbs, dakhala for example, or kasara. Kasara is a good example because it's easy to explain. Kasara means he broke. He broke. Kasara means he broke. Now, in Arabic language, the verbs can go into different forms, and we have not learned those forms yet. And kasara is the fail sulasi mujarrid 3-letter sound verb, but when it goes into the next form, which is form number 2, it becomes kasara. Kasara. Kasara means he smashed. He broke. Kasara means he smashed. What is the difference? The difference is the intensity of the action now. If I break something, I drop something, a glass, it breaks. It breaks, right? Sheikh was saying today waswasa and whispering was. He was mixing the English and Arabic today, right, Sheikh Riyad? So we are mixing the two as well because we are going back and forth. You remember that? Yeah. So kasara, smash. What is the difference between kasara and kasara? Kasara is the intensity of the action, because when I smash, I didn't break it one time, I keep smashing it with intensity over and over. So, even though the basic concept of the verb is there, but the action is the environment, and yeah, that changes. So, sabbaha for sabbih. Okay. Sabbaha, Inam bhai, this is beautiful, huh? This is fail amar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now is ordering us. Sabbaha means to glorify, right? And since it is form 2, so the intensity of glorification is now intensified repeatedly. Sabbaha. What is the mudare of it? Yusabbihu. Why it is you, why it is not ya, that is something we will learn later. Yusabbihu. When I say second person singular, what I say? Tusabbihu. I should write this down, right? It's yeah. Sabbaha, to glorify, intensified glorification over and over with full concentration, right? When I say you glorify in a present tense and also in future, what should I say? Yusabbihu. When I say in anta form, I say tusabbihu. ठीक है ना भाई? तुसब्बिहु. Make mudare out of tusabbihu. Is it mudare? Yes. What is the sign of it being mudare? The ta. So remove the ta. Right? Fi'l mudare ade majzoom. Yes. So make it majzoom. What remains? Sabbih. I don't need to bring Hamzatul Wasal now because I can actually pronunciate it. In this case, I need to, because the fa kalima didn't had the jazm there, so I had to bring in the hamzatul wasl. In this case, I don't have to. This is exactly what it is. Fail amar. Allah is commanding us. It's not requesting. It's not telling us. It's actually commanding us directly on a one-on-one basis. You glorify me with emphasis and concentration, because it is form 2, and this is fail amar. So these emotions cannot be captured in a translation. Like these emotions and these things cannot be captured in a translation. We have to understand it and ponder upon it. So Allah is saying, so, and this is the jawabu shart. So you glorify bihamdi rabbika, praise your Lord, rabbika mudaf mudaf alayh, we move on, wa, and astaghfirhu, and seek his forgiveness. Okay, we move on. There are more things going on in here. Innahu kana tawwaba. There are many things going here, but inshallah, some point we will discuss those. Inna comes. What is inna? So once this condition is met, jawabu shart comes. Inna comes. Inna, we know, particle of emphasis, harfu tawqid wa nasbin. Who is your ismu inna? Mansub. Whom is your ismu inna mansub? Kana. Kana tawwaba is a jumla failure coming as a khabar of inna. There are so many things going on in just this ayah. Innahu kana tawwaba. Okay. So inna and kana coming to, what is the meaning of kana? He was, or he became, right? Where is the ismu kana? Ismu kana is marfu. Mustatir. Taqdiruhu huwa, right? And tawwaba is your khabar kana. Khabar kana. Now, who are we talking about? Innahu kana tawwaba. Indeed, he is the most forgiving. That's what it means, right? In a regular translation, I just pulled up the translation before the class, and this is what the translation said. Okay, but there is more to it. Inna, we know, is a harfu tawqid wa nasbin, is a particle of emphasis. So this inna is actually emphasizing the entire thing, right? Is emphasizing who, and then kana tawwaba. What is kana? Kana again is fail naqis for jamid. Fail naqis, sorry, not jamid. Not jamid, fail naqis. Laisa is fail naqis and jamid. Okay, I should correct it. We will come across laisa today in the. So kana is fail naqis. Kana means he was. So when we are talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are using the past tense. He was forgiving. What does it mean? Is he not forgiving now? Yeah, is he not? The kana is he was. But remember, only and only in the case of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when kana comes, it becomes an eternal truth. Otherwise, it's always kana. Okay, so now kana tawwaba, the eternal truth with inna. So now we can just start feeling the gravity and the emotions behind this ayah alone. So we'll stop here. We spent good 40 almost 30-35 minutes on this, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. So fail amar, masdar, and whatever we learned, whatever we have, and we did an analysis of it. So let's move on to lesson number 11. So, in lesson number 11, the two people, they were talking, two strangers, they were talking among each other.
Including each other's privacy.
Yes, privacy, and they breaching the privacy. They were breaching each other. Well, actually, one is breaching the privacy, the second one is just getting the information. Yeah. So it's the other way around. Yeah, he's curious. More fun is coming on this lesson. And they met, the complete two strangers, and they met in the bus, right? In the bus. That was it. And then, and the second page, which is the 75, page number 75, Faisal said, Aina yadrusu haulai. This is where we ended last time. He was asking about Abdullah's brothers, right? And Abdullah said, I have 4 brothers and 3 sisters. That is information he gave him, even though he didn't ask for it. And then Faisal said, Aina yadrusu haulai. Where are they? Where are these studying? And he is actually pointing towards the brothers. So Abdullah said, Amma. Amma, as for. What is this Amma? Amma comes in today in the Fajr prayers. Amma came at least 2 times during the recitation. I don't know if you've and Amma is again particle of condition, harfu shart. But as for, we'll just remember that for now. We'll just remember that we're not. Yeah. As for ikhwati, my brothers. Ikhwati, my brothers. What is ikhwa? Ikhwatu, mubtada. After amma will come mubtada. Wahuwa mudaf and ya mutakallim mudaf alayh. As for my brothers, fakulluhum. Ali bhai, what is this fa doing here? Ali bhai, what is this fa doing here? If amma is harf, is shart, this is your jawabu shart. This is your jawabu shart, right? Condition and the conditional sentence. As for my brothers, fakulluhum, all of them are kulluhum yudrusuna bil jamiati. Yudrusuna, they are all studying in the university. Okay, we'll just keep it simple. We have done enough analysis today, so we're not going to too much detail. So they are all studying in the university. Isa, now he's talking about his brother number 1. Wahuwa akbaru minni. Wahuwa akbaru, and he is akbaru, ismu tafdeel, superlative degree, older, minni, from me, in a comparative, okay, comparative noun. So he is older than me, minni, from me. Yadrusu, he studies, yadrusu, he studies fi kulliyati tibbi, in faculty of medicine, fi kulliyati tibbi. Wa Ibrahimu, and Ibrahim, yadrusu, he is studying or he studies fi kulliyati tijarati, in faculty of commerce. Wa Ishaqu, and Ishaq, yadrusu, he studies fi kulliyatil adabi, in the faculty of arts. Wa Ismailu, yadrusu, and Ismail, he studies fi kulliyatil ulumi, in the faculty of science. Okay. Wa haulai, and these, as-salasatu asgharu minni, and these 3 are younger than me. Okay, and these 3 are younger than me. Now Usman, Hawla is your mubtada. What is the grammatical value of as-salasatu? Badal, substitute, remember? Badal, substitute. What is the litmus test? If I remove Hawlai, then it is complete jumla. As-salasatu, he is talking about the three brothers. As-salasatu asgharu minni, three are younger than me. Remove as-salasatu, Hawlai, these three are, or these are younger than me. So as-salasatu is your badal, asgharu is your khabar, and minni is jar majroor. Right, minni is they are younger than me. Wa amma, and as for, now he did ask, Faisal didn't ask for it, why? But he's moving on, right? He's pumped up. Wa amma, and as for al akhwatu, my sisters, fayadrusna, they are studying, hunna yadrusna, they are studying fil madrasatil mutasawwastati, they are studying in the middle school, okay, they are studying in the middle school. Zainabu tadrusu hiya, Zainabu tadrusu, Zainab studying fi sanatil ula, in the first year. Wa Salma, and Salma tadrusu is studying fi sanatil saniyati, in the second year. Wa Laila, and Laila tadrusu fi sanatil salisati, in the third year. So all of these fi'l mudari are somehow being addressed in this lesson. Busy family. Laila tadrusu fi sanat salisati, they are studying in the third year. Faisal said, fi ayyi madrasatin tadrusu akhwatuka, in which school your sisters are studying. Abdullah said, yadrusna hunna yadrusna fi madrasati Khalid ibn al-Walidi lil banati bi Makkah, they are studying in school Khalid ibn al-Walidi for girls in Makkah, lil banati for girls, bi Makkah, in Makkah. Yadrusna. Faisal said, aina taskununa antum, now he is asking, where are you residing? Right? So he's slowly moving in. Faisal said, aina taskununa antum, where you all residing? Abdullah said, ikhwati, my brothers, yaskunu, sakana, what is the meaning of sakana? He lived. Yaskunu, he lives. Yaskununa, they are living. Taskununa, you are living. Okay, so remember that. Abdullah said, ikhwati, my brothers, yaskununa, they are living fil mahaji'il jami'ati, in university hostel, hostel of university. Mudaf alayh. Amma, as for ana, I, faskunu, I am living. Now remember, this is hamzatul wasal, so when fa comes you just join faskunu. Amma, as for I, faskunu, I live ma'a qaribin li, with the relative of mine, with the relative of mine. Qaribin means relative. Ma is your zarf and qaribin is your mudaf alayh, majroor, and then li jar majroor. Now Faisal said, amutazawwijun anta ya Abdullah, are you married? Are you married, oh Abdullah? Abdullah said, now you see how I said ya Abdullah, because Yes, harfun nida comes, and then abdu is your mudaf, so mudaf will become abda. Abdullah said la, harful jawab la. Lastu bi mutazawwijan. Lastu comes. Laisa, what is Laisa? Laisa means he is not. It is fail naqis wa jamid. It is fail naqis wa jamid. Now, why I say fail naqis? We have done it, but that's okay. We can revise it again. When I say he is not, is this an ambiguity in your mind, Ali bhai? He is not what? That's why it's deficient. Naqis means deficient. It does not give me the complete sense. Laisa, 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 laisu, laisat, laisata, lasna, lasta, lastuma, lastum, lasti, lastuma, lastunna, lastu, lasna. Right? We can conjugate it. Now, when I say jamid, it means laisa does not have a mudare form. It has only the madi form. And like I said, naqis is deficient. Deficient means it does not give me a complete sense of what's going on. So, what it needs an ismu laisa. Alaysa Allahu bi ahkamil hakimin. Right? And ismu laisa is marfu. Now, when I say, and then it also needs a khabar laisa. So, when I say alaysa Allahu, isn't it your Lord, or isn't it Allah? Alaysa Allahu bi ahkamil is the dominion of the domain of the dominions, the other way around. Bi ahkamil hakimin. And with laisa, the khabar laisa usually comes with harf jar bi. Most of the time it comes with harf jar bi. So, when Faisal is asking, a mutazawwijun anta ya Abdullah, are you married? He said, la, no, lastu. What is lastu? I am not. I am not. Where is the ismu laisa? Tu. Tu is the ismu laisa, marfu. Where is the khabar laisa? Bi mutazawwijin. Why bi? Because like I said, ismu laisa, the khabar laisa comes with harf jar bi. Let's say most of the time. Let's say 99% of the time. No, I am not married. Mutazawwijun means married. Faisal said, ma unwanaka. What is the meaning of unwanu? Address. What is your address? Right? Now he's going to give us the address too. A total stranger. Yeah. Yeah, he's showing his ID and giving him his business card. Ma'unwanaka, what is your address? Abdullah said, Hazihi bitaqati fiha unwani. This is my business card and it has, in it is my address. Abdullah qualified. Hazihi bitaqati. Hazihi is your mubtada. Where is the khabar? Bitaqatu. Bitaqatu. Bitaqatu means business card. And bitaqati, my business card. Mudaf mudaf alayh. Fiha, in it, unwani is my address. Fiha is your jarun wa majrurun shibu jumla khabar muqaddam. Muqaddam came first. And then unwanu is your mubtada, muakhar, wa huwa mudaf and ya mutakallim mudaf alayh. That's okay, Usman, if you didn't get it. Faisal said, Ashkuruka, ya akhi, I thank you. Ashkuru. Ashkuru. Shakara, yashkuru. 5 in your pocket. Yashkuru, tashkuru, tashkuru, ashkuru, nashkuru. Ashkuru, I thank. Thank. Thank whom? Mafulun bihi, ka. Thank you. Right? Ka is mafulun bihi. Ya akhi, oh my brother. Ana masrurun bi liqa'ika. Ana masrurun bi liqa'ika. I am very happy to meet you. Ana mubtada, masrurun is your khabar. Bi liqa'ika, to meet. I am very happy to be. Liqa'i jar majroor. Wahuwa mudaf, ka mudaf alayh, to meet you. So sorry, liqa'i liqa'ika, to meet you. Now comes another concept which is in this lesson. What is the next sentence? Ana sa'anzilu fil mahtatil qadimati. Okay, ana sa'anzilu. Nazala, nazala means he sent.
Send down.
He sent down. Yeah, he sent down. Nazala, he sent down. Yanzulu, 5 in your pocket. The watch carefully what's happening. Yanzulu, tanzulu, tanzulu, anzulu, nanzulu. Anzulu means I am getting down, right? I am getting down. What is this sa doing here? When I say sa anzalu, what is mudare? Present tense and future tense at the same time. But if I want to specify a mudare specifically for the future tense, then I bring what is we call seen or harfu istiqbal, the particle of futurity. Now this anzalu becomes sa'anzalu. So now this fail mudare is for future, it is not for present anymore. Yes, near future, near future. Yeah, and there is another particle is saufa. We will learn about saufa as well. Kalla saufa ta'lamun, summa kalla saufa ta'lamun. Right? Yeah, that is also a particle of future. So this scene is called harfu istiqbal. Harfu istiqbal, particle of future. And what it does when it combines with fail mudare, it will make fail mudare for future. And one of the Quran is sayaqulu safahau. Sayaqulu safahau. Remember this, what is this sa? Harfu istiqbal, particle of future, right? So everybody is different. I always associate a grammatical concept with one of the ayahs, and when I go to that ayah, for example, when I was explaining the concept of laisa, I forgot at that time whether the ismu laisa is mansoob or marfu, then immediately I remember laisa allahu, okay, it's marfu, right? So this is one way of doing it, but everyone is different. Yeah, sayaqulu sufahu is your harfu istiqbal. So he's saying ana, I will get down, will get down fil mahtatil, in the next bus stop. Mahtati is bus stop, al qadimati next. So remember this concept. More details in I don't know, maybe in book 2 or book 3. Abdullah said fi amanillahi, may you be in protection of Allah. Wa ilal liqai, until we meet. As-saik, the bus driver, li Faisalin, to Faisal, said, what did he say? Hazal babu. What is haza? Mubtada. What is al babu? Badal. After ismu ishara, when comes a noun with al, then it's, yeah, it is definite, then it is your badal substitute. Hazal babu lid dukhuli. What is li? Lid dukhuli. This bab for li, for ad dukhuli, entering. Masdar dakhala, entering. dukhulun, dakhala, he entered. Dukhulun, entering. Ad-dukhulu, the entering. Bring harf jar, lid ad-dukhuli, for entering. This door is for entering. Ya yes, ya sayyidi, oh sir. Okay. An-nuzulu, exiting. Nazala, exiting. Nuzulu min hunaka is over there. Dukhulu, nuzulu, both are masdar. Okay, we finished. And it's 1 hour exactly. So inshallah we will try and finish the lesson number 11 in the next class, class number 54. There are exercises. We'll just concentrate on those exercises. Very easy exercises, nothing difficult about it, because we already know all the concepts now. So we'll finish lesson number 11. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha laha ma kasabat wa alayha maktasabat. Rabbana la tu'akhizna in nasina aw akhtana. Rabbana wa la tahmil alayna isran kama hamaltahu ala allazina min qablina. Rabbana wa la tuhammilna ma la taqata lana bih. Wa'fu anna waghfir lana warhamna anta maulana fansurna alal qawmil kafirin. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.